Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. Today we're going to continue with our theme of looking at some traditional origami, and today we're going to make something that's kind of unique. It's like a little ghost, but it also looks sort of like an umbrella. The general feel for the ghoul or the ghost, if you've seen like manga and anime and stuff in Japan, you might have seen this kind of image before. It's a pretty common sort of spooky image. You can put like one eye on it right in the middle and have this silly tongue sticking out. So I'll show you guys how to make it. I'm just going to use green because I have that sitting around, but really probably the best thing to use is going to be white. It's just really hard to see with that. So, but the general kind of dimensions of this, my paper's 15 by 15 centimeter. I'll let you guys know how big he is when we're done if you're trying to use it for a decoration of some sort. But what we want to do here is we're going to start off with our paper, and we want to start off with a bird base. So the best thing to do is to first get to the square base. So with my color side facing down, I'm just going to fold my paper in half. Get a good crease. Open things up. Go the other way too. Then with the color side facing up, fold everything in half diagonally both ways. Open it up. And then find those mountain creases in the middle, pinch on opposite sides of the square, and just kind of push into the center until everything shimmies around until it becomes this nice little diamond or square, which is where the square base gets its name from. Now the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to do a big petal fold here in the middle. I'm going to do that by taking the bottom outer edge and folding it towards the center here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side too. Then if you want, you can go ahead and take the top part and fold flush against that edge. Good crease going there. Open it up. Open up these flaps too. Take the first layer of paper and fold right up to that creased edge in the back. I'm going to push all this down, and this bottom part's already creasing right. We just need to reverse the top part so that it smooths out into this nice big long triangle. I'm going to do the same thing on this side too, so we wind up with this big diamond shape. Flip it over. We're going to repeat the steps on this side too. So again, I'm folding into the center. Do the same thing on this side. And if you want, you can recrease this. The crease is there, but it is going the wrong way. So if you want, you can kind of fold over a little bit. Open everything up. Take that first layer of paper, pop it up to that edge, and smooth everything out here too. Get a nice smoothed edge on that. Now that's a bird base, and then we just want to get to another variation of the bird base by taking that top layer and folding down, flipping over, and doing the same thing on this side. So you're left with this kite shape more. Now I want to make sure that this crease that you see here is really clear. I'm going to make sure it goes both ways. You can even open up to the other side and make sure that the crease is going well. And the reason we're doing this is because I'm going to actually stuff this peak down inside. To do that, we're just going to gently open things up for a second. You don't need to completely unfold everything. But I want to make sure that I can get things marked off with this center part so that this part becomes an edge. I'm going to just go around and do that for all of these four sides so that I can get the top part kind of flattened out a little bit. And again, you don't have to unfold everything else. We just want to focus on this top part here so that it gets flattened out. And then we're just going to slowly push all of that down inside. And if you want, you can kind of get stuff started by kind of pinching it in half along those diagonal creases there in the middle. But we want to get everything to go in there. And the center parts are going to come up. You can kind of get one side going, get the next side kind of going. Just want to make sure it comes right towards the center. You can also just sort of smush it, but sometimes that doesn't quite work, or the creased edges don't go in the way they're supposed to. You really want to try to make sure that you're getting a nice clean edge here from this. You should be able to put a little pressure on all 4 sides until it gets all smushed down and gives you something that looks like this. Now I'm going to take one of these layers here and we're just going to open it up. Now I'm going to take this top layer and just open it up, and you have this nice big diamond shape again here. I'm going to take the outer edge and fold into the center. We're going to make a nice point right at the top. Get this nice and folded into the center. Do the same thing on the other side here too. Just get something that looks like this. Then just go ahead and turn everything around. And I've got these little flaps up here at the top that I want to work with. What I want to do is I'm going to just start off first by just folding them down, creating a crease that's even with the center. You might find that it doesn't quite come even with this edge. That's okay. We just want to make sure that you're getting a nice straight crease right there in the middle, and that it's as low as it can get there on the side, because you'll run into the edge here in the middle that'll stop it from going any farther. What I'm going to do is reverse this inside. So first I'm just going to fold all this straight down on that crease to get this to tuck away inside. Then I'm going to reverse it back out again, and you can make this crease kind of going here. We want to make sure we get this as close to the top edge as we can, and then I'm going to pull it up so that the edge that you have here does kind of go right through the middle of everything there. I'm going to just repeat those steps then on the other side. So I can just start off by kind of opening this up, folding straight down on the crease so that it gets tucked away. Then take everything and pop it back through, getting a nice mountain edge here, keeping it so that it's right up to the very top, and then just adjust it a little so that that point kind of hits right at the middle. So you get something like this. Flip everything over. Now I'm going to take this bottom part and fold it straight up, and then I'm going to fold a little of it down, and when I do I'm going to keep everything even with this left edge, so it's going to be at a slight angle. Get that kind of folded over like so. We've got the nice center crease running through here. I'm going to use that as a guide. I'm going to open this up, and you'll notice the strain right there. I want to make sure that all of this lays flat along the crease that's already there, and then I could just push down and smoosh out this area here. And you want to try to get it to go, as close to this bottom edge as you can. And there is a lot of paper here, so you kind of need to pull it and tug it over so that it gets nice and straight. Then I can take all of this and just tuck it inside so that we don't have to see it anymore. Now I'm going to take the bottom part and we're going to make the foot that he stands on. He's like a one-legged monster, so that's kind of cool. We're going to take this part and just open it up so that we can open up from the right side. We're going to just let some of that reverse in out here. So you can kind of just push it through and reverse it, pinch it on this side. And you want to try to create it so that it's at an angle that's kind of parallel to the base of the body. Then I'm going to fold it right back out again, right at that edge, so that I get this kind of like foot going here. I'm going to try to keep it, like I said, as parallel to everything as you can. So you get something that looks like this. Then I could just take the arms at the top, excuse my dog while he's barking, and fold these back. And you could kind of have fun with the angle that you use for that. But that should give you sort of the finished little ghoul, if you will. Now, standard for this kind of thing is, like I said, to make a big eye in the middle. And then you can also make, a funny little tongue if you want, as sort of the finished image, if you will. But that kind of gives you an idea of this sort of unique little ghost or ghoul that's supposed to kind of look like an umbrella too. I don't know, maybe they just say that because it does look like an umbrella because he's one-legged and has a triangular body. I don't know. But that is our finished piece. Let me tell you guys the dimensions of this guy. He's about 10 centimeters tall and from arms is about 8 centimeters wide. Kind of a fun little unique twist if you're trying to make some special kind of cool decorations for Halloween. The ghoul and ghost time spirit thing here in Japan is actually during the summer, so especially around the middle of August, around Obon. So this is a pretty common image. There's lots of horror movies and scary spooky things all through the whole summertime here. So, but that gives you your finished project for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.